as co-leadership, I feel I'd like to, for the first time as a party, we are nominating not just my friend, my sister, a lady with whom I served in the last parliament, the Honorable Mary Sally Kera was with me in parliament together. I was representing Dewa constituency. She was a Kisii County women representative. And as a party, we know Bonchari is not going to be a walk in the park, but I can be so sure that I would not have trusted anyone else other than my sister. So it gives me very singular honor and pleasure to present this particular nomination certificate to my beloved sister, a friend, a member of our National Executive Committee, and I'm so sure that when we are done with Bonchari, many of the people we have already sanitized. So I'll just take your certificate, and for me it is the very best I can have ever done in a long time. Congratulations, and we trust that you'll give us the very best as United Green Movement Party. They want us to maybe you want to come close there. Thank you. So maybe now you can... Please allow me to invite our nominee to speak to the people of Bonchari, the reasons as to why she wants to be their elected member of parliament. The Honorable Mary Sally Kera, please come and speak to the nation. Thank you.
Thank you, members of United Green Movement and those who are able to accompany me here today. Members of the Fourth Estate, I first of all want to thank my God this far He has brought me. I want to thank my party for the continued support that they have given me throughout when I had an interest that we have got this chance in Bonchari that I can stand there and vie as a member of parliament for Bonchari. I really want to thank God that today I've been enabled to have a certificate of United Green Movement Party, which is going to give me an opportunity to present myself to the people of Bonchari constituency to elect me so that I can be able to serve the people of Bonchari, where our member of parliament passed on before he concluded his term in parliament. There is that small period which is remaining. I want to ask the people of Bonchari to give me an opportunity because I'm not new in this game. I've been a member of parliament for Kisii County in the National Assembly. I think I'm better placed to be elected in Bonchari. I know the problems of people of Bonchari. I know their needs. I know all that they want to be done for them. Therefore, I want to call the people of Bonchari in the 18th of May to turn out in large numbers and vote for me. I will finish the work which was left by the late Member of Parliament, Honorable John Oro Yoka. Thank you so much. May God bless you, GM. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. We appreciate. Thank you very much for coming. We're going to take your questions very shortly. But we're also aware that there has been a group of politicians who've ganged up together today in the name of One Kenya Alliance, who are trying to diminish the democratic gains that the Kenyan people have made. The reason why we fought for multi-party politics in the year 1992 as a country was to the extent that Kenya should be a pluralistic country, and that we should have a marketplace of ideas being championed by political parties. We watched early this morning a group of politicians claiming the championing for gender and women rights, whereas in their ilk there's no woman. So you wonder whether there are no women in this country who can face it over and be good leaders in the place. When they talk about equality, as United Green Movement Party, we believe in co-leadership, and that is why my very good sister, the National Treasurer, shares her post with a colleague from Kitui County. We're here as a party And we are a little bit disturbed that a group of politicians who've been here for the past 20, 30 years can be telling Kenyans that they're the new leadership that Kenya deserves. We know, if you looked at the people who've just been speaking early this morning, if you look at the face of corruption that has bedeviled this country, from foreign ambassadors being auctioned, from various debts of this country, and the various scandals, mega scandals of money that have bedeviled this country, that group of politicians cannot be the ones who can then tell us that the new skin or the people should be looking up towards. We'd request the people of Bonchari, as the United Government Party, will always be here trying to give the country the very best. We tried this in Kabuchai. We know for a fact that in Bonchari we have the very best that's going to be the Member of Parliament. We will be down with Mheshimiwa Mary Kera, we'll be campaigning, and we appreciate we're going to be facing political parties with the big pockets, deep pockets. We will be running on principle, and we are sure the people of Bonchari are good Kenyans. They know what is good for them. They will elect Honorable Mary Kera simply because they believe in her principles. She has been a good Member of Parliament, and we trust that in the next 1 year and a half that is remaining, the people of Bonchari will be having the best representation. We also like to say that there is nothing new that the old politicians that we see coming together are offering this country. That is why we literally request Kenyans to embrace fresh thinking, green thinking political parties like the United Green Movement Party. And thank you very much for all the support, and we look forward to campaigning jointly with you, members of the 4th Estate in Bonchari, and we're sure that on the May 18th at night, the United Green Movement Party is going to have the first elected Member of Parliament in Bonchari, the Honorable Mary Kera. Thank you very much, and we're happy to take any questions. For us in the United Green Movement Party, we appreciate that political power vests in the Houses of Parliament. That the National Assembly, the Senate, the county assemblies is where people power vests. And that particular power vests in the manner of what Kenyans need, like the Honorable Komara said, is social justice, issues of development, health, education, roads, infrastructure. That power does not vest in the presidency. That power vests in the Houses of National Assembly, and that power vests in the county assemblies, and that power vests in the House of the Senate. As the United Green Movement Party, we will field candidates for National Assembly like we're doing right now. We will field candidates for the county assemblies. We'll also field candidates for gubernatorial elections like Honorable Komara, who is running for Governor Tana River. And we believe that is where power vests. Kenyans should not be duped into mutating power. There is nothing, the group of four in One Kenya Alliance, I think the only thing they've dropped is the O, COA. They used to be in the other coalition, and if they're telling us that it's just about a group of politicians who are mutating with bad manners. One of their partners, again, I think you've said, is going to form an alliance. We are going to form post-election alliances with like-minded political parties. Once we have sufficient members of parliament, and once we have sufficient members of the county assemblies, and once we have sufficient members of the Senate, we will be forming like-minded alliances to push on our campaign manifesto. We appreciate it's not going to be easy, like you've said, but we also appreciate that right now the Jubilee coalition went into power as one amorphous coalition, but you've seen midway they had to look for unlike-minded bedfellows, and so the unlike-minded bedfellows are looking for other unlike-minded bedfellows. That is just politics of bad manners. And as United Green Movement Party, we do not want to be party to their bad manners. We want to sanitize Kenyan politics. We want to win elections with clean and people with good track records, and from there on we'll seek to form government in our own terms without forming pre-election coalitions, but we'll form post-election coalitions. I hope that answers your question. Thank you very much. No one can push the election in Kenya. The Constitution so enshrines that the next election is going to happen on the second Tuesday of the 5th year of August 2022. So that cannot be pushed unless Kenya is facing a state of emergency. And right now, apart from Janga la Corona, I do not see any other state of emergency unless someone wants to foment a state of emergency. But let's talk about this issue of BBI. As a political party, we already took a position and we told Kenyans what we think about the whole document. However, we have seen the latest charade by other political parties. The provisions of Article 257 of the Constitution are very clear, that a popular initiative of the Constitution is a popular initiative of the Constitution. That is something that originates from the people of Kenya and then is either validated by the presidency in the manner of an assent or taken to the people. Now, there are voices that say that Parliament is a conveyor belt. That is not true. Parliament is not a conveyor belt. Parliament has the option either to reject the document as it is or to approve the document as it is. That's not the work of a conveyor belt. They have an option, either to say yes to the document in toto or no in toto. What is the consequence of saying yes in toto? It will then take to see if that particular document has provisions that is anticipated by Article 255 of the Constitution with regard to what are referendum issues. If at all there are no referendum issues in the BBI, then the bill automatically becomes law after the presidential assent. So I think where some fellows in ODM are fighting is because some of them have discovered that the other bedfellows, these coalitions you're asking us to join, which we've refused to join, the other bedfellows maybe are shortchanging them. Because those bedfellows must have seen that there's a lacuna in the Constitution, and they can approve the sections of the Constitution that they want with regard to, they can cherry pick what to pass. You know, the President, by dint of the Constitution, Article 113, can refuse to assent to sections of a bill, not the entire bill. So the President, for example, could say he does not like the provisions with regard to the Ombudsman of the Judiciary, and he says that should then be subjected to a Parliament two-third vote, whereas he passes the rest of it. So I really think that the reason why the sister parties or whatever parties they are getting worried is because they thought that there was an automatic referendum, which does not look like is the case in this particular manner. So I really think that, give it to my friend Honorable Orengo, a very good friend of mine and someone I respect very much. I think what Orengo wants to do is he wants to insist that this document goes to a referendum. That's the only reason why the Senate is going to reject the bill, because the law is very clear. If either House of Parliament rejects the bill, then it has to go to a referendum. So that's what Honorable Rengo is trying to foment. So you must not just see, it could be choreographed, the bedfellows are choreographing how to outdo each other in bed. So let's just appreciate that someone is thought better. So there is no problem. Parliament ought not to be a conveyor belt. Parliament can refuse the BBI document. If it refuses, the whole document goes to a referendum. If Parliament passes, the President has the luxury of cherry picking whether he thinks the document belongs to a referendum or not, and that is where the problem begins. I think I have dealt with your questions. Thank you very much. If there are no questions, we'd like to thank you. Thank you very much for coming, and thanks for all the support. God bless you, and hope you come with us to Bonchari and support our candidate, and we look forward to celebrating with you victory. God bless you. Thank you very much.